Hey guys, what's up? It's Eric Paul, and it's time for another Toronto Raptors Association. And this time, they are in the Eastern Conference Finals, facing off against the Miami Heat. And you can see there the Raptors fell 2-1, but managed to win the next two games, and that means they're going to go and try to win in Game 6 in Miami. And this is going to be a big game, especially against the unguardable video game version of LeBron James. And Ray Allen is starting for some reason. I guess Mario Chalmers isn't in the lineup anymore. He got injured or something. I actually didn't look into it. But regardless, Dwayne Wade, he can still play the point guard position. That's pretty clear. But that doesn't matter because all of my players are healthy. And we're going to go and try to give the Raptors their first Eastern Conference championship ever in franchise history. In fact, I don't even know if they've ever made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. I don't think so. In fact, yeah, I know so. They haven't. So, hopefully we can give this one to the Toronto fans. They deserve it. Canada deserves it. But anyway, right off the bat here, Kyle Lowry gets a three-pointer to go down, even with the bad release. And I thought, oh, this is going to be a good game. But you'll see soon enough that the score isn't going to reflect that, at least for part of the game. But what I want to talk about, obviously the NBA playoffs, the Miami Heat and the San Antonio Spurs are in. I was right with my prediction. I predicted those teams would go regardless of a fix or not. They were going to go. So, yeah, I was unfortunately right about that. I played a game as the Spurs in the video game just for fun. And actually, I was surprised. They're a very balanced team. They're the kind of team that I would build, minus the incredibly aging Tim Duncan. I'm not really into old players unless, I'm going for a one-and-done kind of deal. And that was kind of with Andrea Bargnani and this team. I just decided to keep him because he was good enough. At least when the rosters came out at the beginning of the season, he was supposed to be good enough. Obviously, he proved this season that he was not a good asset for the Toronto Raptors. And I think they should probably get rid of him, or at least maybe restructure his contract if he would be up for that, but I don't even know if you can do that in the NBA. But anyway, kind of got off track there. The Miami Heat are going to win the NBA Finals. That's pretty much set and done. I mean, if the Spurs win, great for them, but they're not going to win. Now in hockey, unfortunately, the Sharks lost. That sucks. But I think I mentioned that in my Hockey Monday video, so I'm not going to delve too much into that. I did say in that video that the Penguins were going to be good. I'll take that back and say that the Bruins are going to be good because they have a 2-0 lead on the series. The Kings just won Game 3, so they're still in it, but I don't think they're going to beat the Blackhawks personally. I think the Blackhawks are just too good of a team to let that happen. Even though they let it get to Game 7 in Detroit, they were able to overcome that. And they did have home ice advantage for that. So it wasn't impossible scenario-wise for them to win that game. But my prediction, I'm going to say the Blackhawks are going to win the finals against the Bruins. The Brewers are the Milwaukee baseball team. But, yeah, I think the Blackhawks will take the Bruins pretty easily, but then again, who knows? It'll probably go to Game 7. I mean, knowing the NHL, the way they work these days, they're anti-Canada, anti-other markets, especially since they experimented with that when they let the Carolina Hurricanes win a Stanley Cup. Viewership was down for sure. So they're gonna try to fix all these problems with the lockout by getting a couple of original 6 teams in there that aren't the Maple Leafs or the Canadiens. So that's just the NHL we have today. So get used to it, because it's not gonna go away. But anyway, now I want to say something really cool that just happened to me. I'm really close to getting a job, obviously. But for my channel, I just got partnered with Necessary Gaming. If you guys don't know, I actually didn't know what that was. Someone reached out to me to apply for it, and I thought, oh, maybe I'll check it out. And I look at the channel, there's 80,000 subs. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm getting into that. They said one of the requirements is getting 10,000 views a month. I only have about 6, at least from the last month, 6,000 views. But they accepted me, so obviously I'm doing something right. And, you know, I'm getting into this network. It's going to help my channel grow. And getting up to the 10,000 views that they want a month won't be a problem. Also, it'll help me network more. Finally, I'll have something to network with. I'm not like constantly begging people to help me. I'm not one to beg. So this is something that's definitely gonna help the channel grow and make it become a sort of a mainstay. I was actually considering almost leaving YouTube by next year, because my life was just gonna take a big turn for the busy side. I'm getting close to finishing up college in a few years here, and you know, it's just gonna get busier as I continue on progressing with my life and creating a career for myself. But this is a wonderful thing. I always had it was kind of a pipe dream for me to become partnered, and I'm finally doing it. I mean, I'm not making really much money at all. I am making money off of the videos, which is unbelievable. I can't believe this is happening for me. And all the naysayers that said I couldn't do it, you're wrong. I could do it, and I did it. And all the people that want to start up a channel and you really believe that you can, do it. Put your heart into it. Do it. Give it your all. You know, if you got to spend some money, spend some money. You know, take that Christmas money. Don't buy a bunch of random crap. Buy a capture card or something. Buy a nice laptop to really give yourself a chance to make good quality videos. That's what I've done. That's what I've strived to do, and I'm glad that it's finally paying off. You can see here, the Raptors did beat the Miami Heat pretty handily, and this big frozen screen for some reason happened, but the three-point shooting in this game was ridiculous. Nicolas Batum got player of the game. I can't remember how many threes he shot, but it was a lot. It wasn't any record, but I think he got about 10 to go down. Andrea Bargnani also had an amazing game, especially in the first half. But I'm glad that the Raptors are going to the NBA Finals, and hopefully I can get that next video out sooner than later, maybe even by next month. But there you go, 39 points and 8 rebounds and even 3 assists in there for Nicolas Batum. And here's some stats coming up here. Just some pretty decent stats. Kyle Lowry had just an okay game, except for the massive amount of assists he had, which is always what you want from your point guard. And a couple guys down there at the bottom don't really matter. But the Lakers are going to be the team that the Raptors play in the NBA Finals. I'm Eric Paul, and thanks for watching.